What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Marky. In the last episode of our Skyrim Liger playthrough, we
get there in time.
did some stuff for. We cleared out Bleak Falls Barrow. We got the Dragon Stone. We had to run through the Bleak Falls Barrow twice because I forgot to loot the Dragon Stone. Well, we got it. And in this episode, we're going to do a little side quest that will enable us to level our speech to 50, or not 50, 30 today, and then we're going to get the allure perk, and that's gonna be very useful. It's gonna be very useful. There's nothing really that we need to do here. Like this, it's gonna be very useful.
Have you met my father? He's the steward up at Dragon's Reach.
What level are we? Level 7. Okay, so eventually when we hit level 20, we are gonna do a quest that's gonna give us a full set of ebony armor, usually minus the helmet. I've never come across I've never come across doing this quest in any of my playthroughs of Skyrim, even on my Switch, where this guy spawns with a helmet. But basically Boethia's quest, we're going to be doing the quest for Boethia. We're going to be getting her we're going to be getting that full set of ebony armor. But minus the helmet, obviously. But we will eventually get our crafting up to where we'll be able to craft an ebony helmet. But I mean, it'll be completely fine without. We'd be completely fine without one. Because I have a mod installed called No More Helmets, which allows me to ignore armor perks that require me to have a full set. I can wear whatever I want in my head slot, and it doesn't matter. The game still registers it as a full set of whatever armor I'm wearing, that exception of the hat. So, yeah, it's really useful, especially because most of my playthroughs, I do end up doing that, even if I'm gonna sell the armor, because ebony armor is, like, it sells for a lot. But, we are going to eventually do all of the Daedric armor, all of the quests for the Daedra in this playthrough. Our boy Lyger is definitely going to be doing all of the Daedra quests. What we might do is the Sidna Mine quest in this episode too. No one escapes Sidna Mine. We might do that in this episode. If not this episode, might do it in the next episode. Cause some of that gear is gonna be very useful for him. Cause stealth archery. So, you know, because we're going to be running stealth archery, all that gear, there's a piece of gear from that gives bow damage, which is what we want. He's not open yet. We have to wait till he's open. So we're going to wait for business hours. And then we're going to go inside. Now, hopefully I don't drag him out, because if you drag him out, he glitches and his shop is always closed. And then you have to get arrested in order to get anything open. To get him open again.
My goods. I like to share my good fortune with those who deserve it.
Nothing here is stolen. Nothing at all. Khajiit is impressed.
Of course not. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake.
Khajiit could return the ring for you, no?
It's not that easy. She'd go... Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, Put it in a dresser or something. I will make it worth your while.
Now, hopefully, we don't drag him out of the shop. Because if we do, okay, good. I've ran through this run like 5 times, and I swear to God, I keep getting super pissed because he keeps getting dragged out because I'm not waiting for him to stop talking before I walk out of the shop, and it always drags him out, and it always locks his shop, and I have to get arrested in order to get him out, in order to get the shop opened back up again, so that I can so that I can turn the quest in and unlock him as a speech trader, which is why we're doing this, by the way, in case you're curious. He unlocks as a speech trader, and we're going to use him to get our speech to level 30, so we can get the allure perk. Now we're going to hunker down here. Run a quick save because we're low on lockpicks, so we're going to run a quick save. And we're going to we're going to figure out which way this door opens. Okay. Like that, no. There we go. Oh, no, a little bit farther. There we go. Now, the ring, we just dropped the ring inside her dresser here. And then we walk out. Now, because we do have the Ring of the Grey, we are muffled, so, enemies are gonna have a hard time detecting us.
One of the best soldiers in the Stormcloak army.
And that just, it's not just enemies, but, it's also, like, city guards, hold guards and whatnot, have a hard time detecting you as well. Because when you're sneaking and you have an item that makes you muffled, what happens is the game registers it, even if you're behind somebody, it registers it like you're directly behind them. It registers you as unseen regardless, so long as you don't walk like directly in front of them, they can't see you. So you'd be able to get like really powerful sneak attacks off right off the bat.
It's a fine house, and it's up for sale. You should talk to the steward in the keep if you're interested.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Have you taken care of that little problem?
It is done. Lyger has planted Viola's being in her house.
Thank you, thank you. Azura's prophecy always... Speaking of fortune, here. Everything I earned from my last
Khajiit would like trading in the art of speech.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Okay, so 5 times, please. And then you have goods for sale, yes? Now we're going to sell him some of those potions that we made in order to get our money back. We made some pretty powerful potions, which we're going to sell. We're going to sell those, get our money back. Don't do it like this. Don't give him all the potions at once. What you want to do is you want to go one at a time, because it levels your speech up. See? Like, if you sell them all at once, you get a less price for it. Like, you get more money, obviously, but you don't level your speech as fast. Like, it just... So, by doing this, like this, you're leveling your speech up. And you're, like, getting your money back. Slowly but surely, you're getting it back. Okay, we want to sell them enough to where we get our money back, but to where he's down to his last couple pennies. He can't afford that. He can't afford that. He can afford that. He can afford that. And he's down to his last 11 gold. So we'll give him a 2 gold tip. Now we want to level up. Points in the Magica. And then we want to get the other perk. Oh, not yet.
Come again.
Okay, now what you want to do is we want to talk to him, and we want to train Arch up to speed 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Keep those. Now we want
Trinkets, odds
to sell him some potions and get our money back. Potions. Give him a tip. It's just not of gold. Now
if you'll excuse
now that we have that, we can get the alert perk. You're thinking, well, Marky, why do you want the alert perk? Well, because eventually we're going to get our speech to 50, and we're going to be able to have the merchant perk, which is going to be very useful because we're going to be selling off a lot of stuff. Because once our boy gets his full ebony armor, and eventually upgrades it to full Daedric through smithing, we are going to have a lot of excess gear that we don't need, and being able to sell it to like literally any merchant is going to be very useful. So yeah, now that we got the allure perk, we are going to check the... See, now the bone mold gear that we got in the last episode was... The last episode or the episode before that is... I like it, but it's not the type of gear that we need.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is... Take a look.
So we're gonna look for better gear. Which is at this current level might not be obtainable through these blacksmith merchants and stuff. So
unwanted gear. Head over to Sadhu's usual.
let's actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. You know what? Let's hit it up. Let's hit it up. We might. I mean, we definitely have the ability to be able to pull it off. We have the money for a horse, so let's buy one.
Oh, pardon me. I hope someday we'll get to know each other better.
Gajit can buy a horse, yes?
It's for sale if you've got the coin.
Gajit could pay 1,000 gold.
That's your best offer? I suppose so. She's the one with the saddle.
Now get on the horse to claim it, and this is our boy Lyger's horse. Get off the horse. We don't need the horse right now. We just need to claim the horse.
Need a ride? We can take you to any of the hold capitals.
Gajit would like to hire your
Where do
carriage.
you want to go?
Where is it? Markarth.
Climbing back and we'll be off. Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't believe a word of it.
Let's put our combat gear on. Because the second we get in here to Markarth, there's going to be a guy who's going to try to assassinate this lady named Margaret. We are going to try to save her. If we can't, it's fine. I'm not going to keep rebooting the game until we do. It's completely fine. The only reason why it would be useful to save her is because of a potential item that you can get.
You're inside the city?
People.
The Forsworn are here in the city.
She gives you a...
Everyone, stay back. The Markarth City Guard have this all under control.
And then talk to Margaret.
Gods, that man nearly killed me. You saved my life. Thank you. Here. I was gonna bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it. Until next time.
So that's a necklace that we can use for later.
Damn.
Forsworn
Another
agent
body to get rid of.
here in the city.
Gods. Are you alright? Did you see what happened?
Nice city you have here. One step to the gates and attack and lay a lunatic. Or nice city you have here. One step to the gates and attacked by a lunatic.
I'm so sorry. I hope the aid give you more peace in the future. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important.
We'll do that later. This door right here, after visiting Markarth a few times, there will be a vigilant of Stendar that will come there, and he will offer you a quest to get the Mace of Molag Bal, which is honestly a really good mace.
Been too long since you've had a good night.
It's honestly a really good mace if you're looking to play a tank warrior with stamina, like a tank warrior with a shield and a sword. It's actually really good.
Need a new blade? Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
No, we'll see what she has. That's 16. What is our current bow? 26. That's a downgrade. For a stealth archery character, it's not going to be very useful. So we are going to do all of the Daedra quests eventually, but what we're going to, one of the ones that we're going to try to avoid is that, until we need it, is that one. But we are definitely going to be doing them all because they're all going to be useful. The only Daedra quests that are rewards that aren't going to be useful to him, that will not be useful to our boy Lyger here, will be the I'm trying to think. The only ones that aren't going to be very useful would be the Wabbajack and the Mace of Molag Bal. The rest of them will definitely be some use. So we're going to try to save the Mace of Molag Bal and the Wabbajack for after we've obtained all of the rest of the gear that we need from the Daedra. I would like to get the quest for Clavicus Vial started up ASAP, because with that mask we can actually ditch our prices road because we'll have that. I actually want to get that done, so we're gonna go visit Folkreath because I actually want to get that done.
Traveling in the Reach is dangerous. You need a good... Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. This'll clear up soon. I'm sure of it.
But yeah, the Helm of Clavicus Vile will be very, very useful.
I fear the night. Don't think you can barter with me like one of those damn shopkeepers.
We'll wait till business hours because I think you could just pick up the quest completely random. I don't think you have to have a guard approach you. I think you can pick it up completely random. I don't think a guard has to approach you at all. I think you just pick it up completely random from Wad, the blacksmith here.
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal to Dengear first and the Empire second. I was Dengir's personal guard for years. Why would I do? A true Nord places loyalty and honor above all else. Only inside the gates. Much of Folkreath Hold is wilderness, and there's plenty of trouble to be had. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Just gonna buy those arrows from him. All the arrows he has are gonna be useful to us, so just gonna buy them all. Don't worry about getting your money back from him.
See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
So I don't think we can pick up the quest up then directly from him. I think we have to wait. So I think it's after you visited Folkreath at least 2 times. At least 3 times. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fast travel away. And we're gonna come back to Folkreath and see if that triggers it. Cause I've noticed most of my playthroughs, I've noticed it. Like my second or third visit to Folkreath, Laud's looking for a dog. You may have to be a specific level, so but we have the Folkreath location that we can come back to for it. Collect some ingredients. Might as well collect some ingredients while we're here. There's lots of alchemy ingredients. There's lots of alchemy ingredients here that we can collect, so we might as well take advantage of that and collect some alchemy ingredients.
What is it, Khajiit?
There's lots of what is this? Fly Amanita around here. So that's thistle too. Thistle's good. I don't remember what thistle is the main ingredient for, but it's definitely gonna be useful. All alchemy, stuff's definitely gonna be useful. And let's run this dungeon right here so we can get some levels up on our boy Lyger here. Let's hit this dungeon up, whatever it is here. We'll hit it up. We'll stealth archer our way out of it, our way through it. Leave the horse here. I'm gonna combat. Inside ruins. There's actually a Spriggan here. If this is... Yep, there's a Spriggan. These things hit like trucks. So, if you've got poisons to put on your weapon, now is a good time to do so. We've got lingering damage health. We have 1 potion. We're gonna make more of this later, so we've got 1 shot. That definitely helped. These Spriggans, they hurt. They hit like trucks. Really, honestly, they do. They hit like trucks. So if you've got poisons to apply to your weapons before you come up here, definitely apply the poisons to your weapons. Bleeding crowns, nice. Because it'll make it a lot easier. There's an enchanting skill book there. Take it. It's worth some gold. You can sell it. Crap loot. Yeah, take that. You can use it. There's some more marten flowers here. Take those. Can chump loot, honestly. Let's do some more exploring. More tapanilla, or more tapanilla. That's definitely useful. Well, actually, more tapanilla is one of the more useful ingredients. Blue mountain flowers. Nightshade. Mora tapanella is one of the more useful ingredients in Skyrim for alchemy. Some of the most powerful potions in the game that can be used for alchemy leveling can be made with Mora tapanella. So that's definitely going to be to up some use. Okay, we can't go that way. There's a fort over here. Probably overrun with bandits, so we can definitely take advantage of that and kill off some bandits. Level up our boy Lyger a little. One thing, if you didn't know, you don't have to take falling damage when you go down cliffs. You could just easily ease your way down the cliff slowly, and you won't take that much fall damage. Just watch where you step, obviously. Stealth archery, boy. This place is probably loaded with bandits, honestly. I think we might go with light armor for this, our boy here. Our boy Lyger, like full set of like probably like glass. Shit. Overrun by bandits, alright. Whoa, there's a wolf? There's a wolf. What the fuck? Get out of here, you stupid wolf. Got a silver garnet ring on it. What do they do? Kill somebody? Wrecked by a wolf. Must suck. Grab the blue mountain bar. Okay.
Never should have come
They know we're here anyway. Might as well no point stealthing out now. They know we're here. Or give me your arrows. Damn it. Self-locked me into here. Might as well take everything. Self for here. We don't need that. Take his wolf pelt. Take the bear pelt. Crack Tusk Keep. Okay, this is where we're at. Alright, this is fine, honestly. Yeah, we go in here. Rip some heads on these orcs in here. Get free stuff. Do you got any? Oh, he's a melee warrior. Okay, we're about to fight the bandit chief, so. Crossblade and up.
What was that?
Got elk hides, definitely. Those are useful for crafting armor, which we're definitely going to be doing a lot of. Because we need to get our smithing up super high for this build. I think we got to get it up to like 60.
Time to end this game.
Ouch! He hits like a fucking truck. His stats between magical and health balanced, in case you're wondering. Sneak. This one, backstab. Eventually, deadly.
I'll skin you alive. I cannot best you.
Crack Tusk Vault Key, grab that. He doesn't have anything else that's useful. Code of Malakoth, not really useful either. Elven Shield of Waning Fire. That'd be useful. Potion of Lockpicking. Okay. Let's drop some stuff. Let's see. What do we need? What do we not need? We have drop one. Those. Don't need that. Alright. You eventually come back here for a quest, so I mean, I suppose it's definitely useful to loot it now and, you know, clear it out of all the bandits, because for the Maroon's Dagon quest, you eventually have to come back here. So I suppose it's useful now to come in here and clear out all the bandits, so we don't have to deal with them when we come. So we potentially don't have to deal with them when we come to do this for the danger quest. Nice. Silver Wazak, whatever the fuck, however the fuck you pronounce that. Nice. We don't need anything else from here. Not for now, at least. Let's actually start leveling up smithing a little. Guardian Stones. Yes. First, level to the Guardian Stones. And we want the Warrior Stone. horse. We shall call our horse Stephen. In honor of one of the greatest minds in the world that is now, to my knowledge, dead. Stephen Hawking. May you rest in peace, my dog. He was smart. One of the greatest minds in history. May you rest in peace, may you rest in peace. R.I.P. R.I.P.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to do.
Oh.
Looks like that's it.
Letter from the Jarl. Oh, okay.
What is it?
Letter from the Jarl. What could the Jarl want? Now we are going to make leather. Make all the leather we can. Lots of leather strips. That's what we want. See, now we can make leather armor, but we have 100 leather strips, but we only have 4 of that. So what we're gonna do is, actually, let's do it this way. Let's put on our fur armor and rent it in at the Sleeping Giant. Rent a room at the Sleeping Giant.
I don't owe you money, do I?
Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell. All right, then.
You're that visitor, Ben. I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
Lyger wishes to enter.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
This is not the room we get. It's the other door. It's this door. And then we will sleep till business hours.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Take a look.
You have ghost stable, yes. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy all of his leather. So, buy it. And then we don't have the merchant perk yet, so we can't sell him anything to get our money back. Which is, it's honestly fine. Actually we can. We do have some bone mold gear that we can sell him because we're not gonna use that. Honestly, I've decided we're not going to use it, so there's no point keeping it.
To protect yourself,
so we can actually sell him that bone mold gear. We can sell him that. We can sell him our old Thieves Guild set. And he can't carry anymore. He has no more gold, so he can't buy anything else off of us. Well, he has gold, but nothing. We have nothing that he can afford. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna check Lucan for some leather.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get back to normal. Take a look.
Now, usually he has some leather on him. Sometimes he doesn't. Usually he does. Sometimes he doesn't, though. Like, I've noticed sometimes he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't this time. Common soul gems. Those would be useful later. Lyger has the golden claw.
You found it! I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Okay, so Skyrim, go back into Skyrim, and we are going to make some leather gear, which definitely should be an upgrade. We'll see a bit. Leather armor. Yes. Leather boots. Yes. Leather bracers. Yes. Leather helmet. Yes. And now we're just gonna pump out the bracers. Until we can't pump them out no more. I think the leather gear should be an improvement to our armor rating. The leather boots definitely are. The leather armor definitely is. The bracers definitely are. The helmet definitely is. So we can sell him our fur gear now because we don't need it.
A hammer that would crush a giant head. I see. The grindstone will improve.
Because you can use your force, yes.
If you've got the raw materials, you take a look.
So he doesn't have any gold, so he can't buy any of.
Good day.
He can't buy any of the gear from us that we don't need anymore. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go talk to Lucan, and we're gonna sell him all of the extra fur armor and stuff that we have.
I want you to have this. A token of my affection. Don't mean we're engaged or nothing. Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The river. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
So we're gonna sell him the fur armor. And all of the leather bracers that he can afford, we're gonna sell them. Actually, we don't need to sell those yet. We'll come back. Actually, we don't need the level speech. We don't need the level speech right now, so we'll sell them for gold. We don't need the level speech right now. Right now we're kind of just emptying
is everything you need. Take a look. Till next time.
Okay, now we have leather armor.
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you. But don't get on my bad side.
If you didn't already collect it, there's more Tapanella right there, but I've already collected it, so I can't collect it again. So we did get our smithing up to level 27, I believe, which is really good because that brings us closer. We're not going to be just spam leveling everything all the way up. Okay, smithing level 20. Honestly, not bad because we need 30 for elven smithing and we need 50 for that, and we need 70 for glass smithing, which is going to be mainly what we're using. Eventually, the playthrough, we will come to a point where we're using Stalrim, light armored Stalrim. Hell, not even actually Stalrim armor. We're actually going to be using Deathbrand. The Deathbrand set. Once we hit level 30.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
What are we going the White Run for? I don't have anything to do here. We're trying to get the Helm of Clavicus Vial today. In this episode. And if we can't, it's completely fine, honestly. At the very least, unlock the quest.
Let me guess. Someone stole your
trouble, Khajiit.
Okay, I think you have to be a certain level. It's okay. We'll deal with it when the time comes around that we come back here and we gives us the quest, then we'll do it.
Fancy the leather armor, huh? Something to be said for going on.
This is not our permanent gear. We will be upgrading to glass armor as soon as we are able. Hopefully we could find some glass armor, honestly. I actually know of a black book that we could get that gives us access to a merchant who always has over 2,000 gold, and he sells rare items, like he sells rare items, like rare weapons and gear, and when you're a low level and you get him, he actually sells glass armor and weaponry. When you get him, if you get him and you summon him when you're a low level, like, and the stuff that he sells actually levels with you, and if you're lucky, you can find ebony pieces from him. Like if you're running an ebony build, like if you're running a warrior build, and you need some gear, you need some ebony armor for your build because you want to go, you want to go full ebony, but you're missing the helmet. He usually carries a helmet with him, and it's usually enchanted with something really good, so you could, benefit from getting him. So yeah, we'll definitely, actually, definitely, I think we should get that in the next, I think we should attempt to get that in the next episode. But, let's see, what can we do? What else can we do in this episode? We level smithing up a little bit. That's already cleared. I guess we could unlock dragons. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's unlock the dragons so we can start collecting our shouts. We're gonna become ethereal eventually. So yeah, sure. Let's just do the main quest line. Let's just spew out the main quest line. Get, you know, that'll get our boy Lyger some levels, and it'll increase his combat stats up. That's mainly what we want. We want him to get his archery. We eventually want it to come to the point where his archery is at level 100. So, and then eventually sneak level 100 as well.
Dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been. I know it looks bad.
But not level 100. My bad. Let's wait. Let's wait till it's bright out and do this, because it'd be a lot easier. It's bright enough. Alright, let's do it. But I don't think we actually need to get sneaked to level 100. I think it's like 60 or something. Let me check. Let's check. I think it's like 60 or something that we have to get it up to. His archery is definitely going to 100, but sneak, what do we need to get it for deadly aim? 40. 40, okay, and then we want... Yeah, we want it at level 100 eventually. Because the Shadow Warrior perk.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere.
But I mean, deadly aim is really all you need, so we're gonna get it to the basic level of what we need. What we need to make it work, so.
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
If you want a full set of what the Whiterun guards wear, this is like the only way in the whole game to get it. Yeah.
Look at that. Believe it. You're Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? Kazi does not understand.
In the very oldest tales, back from when they were... That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the
Lyger
dragon's
does not
power.
already know what happened.
Well, you can shout now. You couldn't before, right? That can only mean one thing. That's right, boss. My grandfather used to tell stories about the dragon.
Yeah.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
Izmir, you did it!
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Among us, great gallows, not a star. There has been talk amongst the gods that you are Dragonborn. It's such a big...
Eventually, what we're going to do is buy Breezehold, because it's the most available and easiest to get house in the game, and we're going to be using that for storage for stuff, so it's going to be good.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon
The watchtower was destroyed. Men were lost, but we killed the dragon.
I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it.
It seems that lyger may be dragonborn, whatever that means.
Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn?
Well, when the dragon died, lyger absorbed some kind of power from it.
So it's true. The greybeards really were summoning you.
Okay.
You heard the summon. You've done a great... By my right as Jarl, I'll also... We are honored to have you as the greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the greybeards.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve.
Come.
Lead the way.
Lyger needs your help. So, Lydia is going to be a useful tank for us because we're going to be, try to stealth archer everything. So if we've got a beefy tank to help us out with that, that's going to be good. We are going to get her the Troll Club, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's a special follower weapon. I actually have to look up the location of it because I believe there's only like 1 or 2 of them in game that you can actually have your follower pick up. We're gonna probably do that next episode.
You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We'll pick a woman.
And just what you were looking for,
She's like... We are not welcome here in Whiterun. So we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
And why are you looking for this person? Because you're just curious.
It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away.
But I believe that for this episode we will head up to High Hrothgar, and we will end the episode up at High Hrothgar. And I will show you a really cool set of armor that our boy Lyger is going to be using for the rest of his playthrough, actually, because honestly I like this armor set really well, and it's actually an armor set from one of my favorite games of all time. And well, if you're playing through on the Switch, it will be there, but we actually know it's not on Skyrim Special Edition. It's for the Switch only. But if you're playing on the Switch, there will be a gear. If you're playing on the Switch, you're playing this Skyrim and you're trying to play along with our boy Lyger on the Switch, there will be a special chest on the top of on the top of the Throne of the World, behind the pillar where you talk to Parthenax for the first time, that when you open it, it will have the Legend of Zelda tunic from Breath of the Wild, and it will have the Master Sword in it and the Hylian shield. But there is a mod that puts it into this game but I don't have the mod, and my mods are I can't put any more mods onto my thing. I don't have enough storage, apparently, or something. I don't know. I recently had some problems with my Nexus mod manager, and I had to move it to a different file. So yeah. What I might eventually do is switch over to Vortex. Switch over to the Vortex one because it might be better. Yeah, I might switch over to Vortex. The Vortex mod manager might be better. I don't know. I've only ever used Nexus mod manager. I may have to switch over to Vortex mod manager though. Like uninstall all the mods that I currently have running for my current game off of Nexus mod manager, and then reinstall all of them with the Vortex manager, whatever you call it. I don't know which one's better, honestly. But I do know that I can't put any more mods into my game because my Nexus mod manager's acting up, and I got it to work so to the point where I'm allowed to play. I can use it to launch my Skyrim game, which is what I usually do. But it won't do anything else after that. Let's discover this location. Might be a useful travel point later. That's one of the newer locations I got added in because of some of my mods. But Hrothgar is where we're going. Am I going there? I think I am. Find out. Because the Bathame Towers are right there. Here's Fort Amal. Might as well stop here and get the bound bow. We're not gonna be able to use it for a little bit, but it'll be nice to have.
Huh?
Watch out with Liddy if you're using her for your follower and you're following my the lyger playthrough. Watch out for Liddy. Watch out for Liddy. You can actually kill her with your arrows. She's not marked as essential, like, ever. So you could actually just randomly kill her.
I submit.
Okay, in this bucket is the bound bow spell tome. Take the spell tome. Books. Read that. Might as well read the clairvoyance. Get the clairvoyance spell too. That's all we need from here. We can leave. Now, where did we park Steven? I believe we parked Steven over here. Yep. We can't use that spell until we get 150 mana, which we don't have right now. But in a couple of levels, we'll be able to use it, and it's going to be immensely useful. Especially because we won't need arrows. We won't need our arrows anymore. Like we're gonna keep a physical bow around. Potentially, because it's gonna be useful. But mainly, honestly, I think we might just sell it. Honestly, our physical bow. Once we get enough magic to cast the bound bow, it's honestly, I don't think the physical bow is gonna be used. It's not gonna be of much use because it's just not gonna be that useful. So, because we'll potentially have infinite arrows because of the bound bow. So we'll be able to use that, and it'll be really good for that because with having 100 arrows conjured up every single time we use the bound bow, having physical arrows would be useless because it's not gonna work like that. And with it being like one point or two lower on damage than an actual Daedric bow, it's definitely going to be a very useful weapon for later as a skill charger early on. Once, in a couple of levels, like level 11, we'll be able to use it. So definitely going to be useful. I do have to make some heavy armor for Liddy. Well, honestly, I'll probably just put Liddy in Dwarven armor. I know where I can get a full set of Dwarven armor for free. So, we'll probably tackle that in the next episode as well. Norsenzel, however you pronounce the name of that dungeon, Norsenzel, or whatever the fuck it is. There's a full set of Dwarven armor in there that you can get for free. I may also put her in the farmer armor set, which is also really good. Probably Dwarven though, to be completely honest, because Dwarven, it's just I like the look of it. So, well, there's a.
There's been wood.
I'm actually gonna kill her because Liddy doesn't have a helmet. And she does, and we're gonna kill her for her helmet because Liddy needs a helmet.
I am at your command.
There we go.
Lead on.
Now Liddy has a helmet. There we go. Just ignore the wolves. Unless you need unless you need leather, ignore the wolves. They're not going to be that useful to you. Like if you already have your leather armor, if you're following this walkthrough, you're playing along with me, and you already have, if you've already, you know, collected all that leather from Cracked Tusk Keep, you should have enough to have 100 leather strips, and then have enough to, you know, get your smithing to level 20, which is where our, you know, where Lyger's is right now. And we're gonna park our horse Steven right here.
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to high rock.
There's actually a hidden buff that you can get if you read all of these plaques on your way up, but we're not going to do that. We might do that in another episode, though. But definitely we don't need to do it in this one. And there's always a hunter up here. He always has at least 100 arrows on him. He's like always usually at like the second or the third pedestal here. It's really good to kill him early on if you're running up here early on in the game and you're just starting, especially if you're running a stealth archery build or just archer in general. It's really good to kill this guy because he always has 100 arrows on him no matter what. At least 100 on him no matter what, so it's really good to just kill him. And if you're not, even if you're not an archer and the arrows are just really useful, and like if you're coming here at a low level, there's a better chance, there's a good chance, see 95 minimum, 100 like to 100 and 112 maximum I've seen him have. But like chances are if you're running up here and you have like a low level bow, like a long bow or something, chances are whatever his bow is going to be more powerful than the bow you have. But since we went to Solstheim a while ago and we killed the guard and we looted his, we got that armor off of that guard by the where we saw the ash spawn, we already have an elven bow, so we're just going to ignore all the creatures up here. We're not going to fight them. Because we're not powerful enough to fight them, so we're not going to. Even with Liddy tanking for us, we're still not powerful enough to take on these ice wolves yet. They're way above our pay grade. so we're gonna leave him alone. And this frost troll up here is definitely also above our pay grade, but we're gonna try. We have the most OP potion in the whole game, so we are gonna be able to take him down. Oh no, we used that on him. Okay, no, we can't take on the troll. If we still had that one of that, we tried to use that on the orc and in the Crack Tusk Keep, and we actually missed the shot, so we don't have it. We should be able to take it down, though. We should, in theory, be able to take down the troll, though. But we're not gonna try, honestly. Don't kill her. She doesn't have any good weapons on her. It's like you're wasting her time. Like, if she has a piece of armor, that's an upgrade for you by all means. But she doesn't carry any arrows. She doesn't really carry any weapons. At least I've never seen her spawn in with like a dagger or something, which, you know, would be useful if you're running like an assassin type character. But I've never seen her spawn with many weapons, honestly. Don't worry about the troll. We're gonna ignore the troll. He's way above our pay grade. But especially without the poison, lingering damage health. If we had another one of those, we would be able to fight the troll, but we don't, so. Snowberries real quick. Those would be useful for enchanting potions for later. Wait an hour. So Liddy comes with us. Alright, that'll be it for this episode, guys. In the next episode, we will talk to the greybeards for the first time. And after we talk to them, we will hopefully we will clear out whatever quest they give us. We'll do a little bit more of the main quest line, and then hopefully we level up to the point where you can use the bound bow. And we'll see what happens from there. I will see you in the next episode.